Have you ever been in an English conversation and you know exactly what you want to say in your own language?
You can feel the words on the tip of your tongue, but there's a delay. Your brain is scrambling, searching for the right translation, trying to piece together the grammar, and by the time you're ready to speak, the moment has passed. The conversation has moved on. It's a frustrating feeling that holds so many talented English learners back from true fluency. You feel slow, stressed, and hesitant. What if I told you the single biggest barrier to speaking English fluently isn't your vocabulary or grammar, but a hidden habit you might not even realize you have? And what if you could break that habit, starting today, using just a few minutes at a time? Stay with me, because we're about to unlock the secret to thinking directly in English.
Part 1. Identifying the biggest obstacle to fluency. Hello and welcome. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest, most common problems in language learning: translating in your head. Many learners tell me, I always translate. First, I think in my language, then I try to change the words into English. Does that sound familiar? You might feel like this is just a natural part of learning, but it's actually a massive roadblock. This mental translation process is slow and incredibly stressful. It puts so much pressure on your brain that you end up forgetting the very words you worked so hard to learn. You might feel like you're not making progress, that you'll never be able to speak smoothly and confidently. Maybe you feel the same. Maybe you desperately want to stop translating, but you just don't know how. It feels like an automatic, unbreakable habit. In this session, I want to give you something very special. We're going to explore new ideas and new techniques to help you start thinking in English today. This isn't about memorizing more vocabulary lists. It's about fundamentally changing how your brain processes the English language. So, let's begin.
Part 2. Why we translate and the science of your brain. Okay, let's start with why translation is such a big problem in the first place. To understand this, we need to look at how our brains work. Scientists who study the brain say that we have two systems of thinking. You can think of them as System 1 and System 2. System 1 is fast and automatic. It works quickly and effortlessly. It's the system you use to understand your native language. When someone speaks to you in your first language, you don't have to stop and think about each word. You just understand. It's intuitive. It works without stopping. Then there's System 2. The other system is slow and careful. It requires effort, concentration, and energy. It checks everything step by step, but it takes more time. This is the system you use when you're solving a difficult math problem or trying to assemble furniture from a confusing manual. When you translate in your head, you are forcing your brain to use the slow and careful System 2. The process looks something like this. You hear an English sentence, your brain translates it into your own language, you think of a reply in your own language, then you translate that reply back into English word by word, trying to remember the right grammar and vocabulary. Finally, you speak. This extra step, this translation, takes extra time. It makes you pause, it creates a delay, and it makes conversation feel heavy and difficult. It's what makes speaking feel so stressful. But when you think in English directly, you use the fast and automatic System 1. It does not stop to check every single word. It does not move back and forth between languages. It simply speaks. Speaking becomes quick, it feels natural, and it feels light and easy. The goal of any fluent speaker is to move their second language from the effortful System 2 to the automatic System 1. Many language experts talk about this. You might have even seen videos titled "How to Think in English and Stop Translating in Your Head." They all point to this one core idea.
You have to make English a part of your automatic thinking process. But how do you actually do that? How do you really learn to think in English in a practical, everyday way? That's what we're going to break down right now. Part 3. The practical method, building your English world. So this is why translation is a problem. Translation makes you slow. Thinking in English makes you quick. Translation makes you nervous. Thinking in English makes you confident.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, I understand, but how can I stop using my own language first? I don't live in an English-speaking country. The answer is not one big, complicated secret. It's about small, consistent daily moments. Research and learning shows something very important. Practicing many small times is stronger and more effective than practicing one long time. Short, frequent practice is better for your brain than long, rare practice. It's like drinking water. You do not drink all your water for the day in one moment. You drink many times during the day. Language learning is the same. So how do we use these small moments? Very simple. We are going to build English islands in our day. An island is a small piece of land in the sea. Around the island, there is water. Inside the island, there is land. In the same way, your day may be full of your own language, like the water. But you can create small islands of English, short times when you use only English. For example, you can make a 10-minute English-only breakfast. During those 10 minutes, you think and speak only in English. You look at your food and say, "This is bread. The bread is fresh. I am drinking tea. The tea is hot. I like butter. The butter is soft." You see? Everything is simple, but it is all in English. This is what we call a micro-moment. A micro-moment is a very small time when you use English. It can be only 3 seconds or only one sentence, but it trains your brain. Here's how to do it throughout your day. When you open the fridge, do not just open it. Say in your mind or say quietly, "I am opening the fridge." When you tie your shoes, do not just tie them. Say, "I am tying my shoes." When you wash your hands, say, "I am washing my hands." When you look out the window, say, "I am looking out the window." These are very short sentences. We call them micro-moments. A tiny moment is a very small time when you use English. At first, the sentences are very simple. They may feel too easy, but do not worry. Easy is good. Easy is powerful. With time, your brain learns to connect actions with English directly. Slowly, these sentences become automatic. This is how you move from the slow system to the fast system, the one that is natural and automatic.
Part 4. A deeper technique, mental pictures over words. Here is another powerful idea from research. Use mental pictures, not words from your own language. When you learn a new English word, many learners make the same mistake. They always connect the English word to their native language. For example, they learn the word apple, and they immediately think of the word for apple in their language. This feels easy at first, but it creates a problem. Why? Because every time you want to use the word, your brain must first go to your first language and then move back to English. That is slow. That is heavy. Instead, you can train your brain in a better way. Do not connect the new English word to your own language. Connect it to a picture in your mind. Connect it to an image, a sound, a smell, or even a feeling. For example, when you learn the word apple, don't think of the translation. Instead, close your eyes and imagine a big red apple in your hand. Imagine the taste. Imagine the smell of a fresh apple. Imagine the sound when you bite it. Crunch. Now, when you hear the word apple, your brain will not run to your native language.
Your brain will run directly to the picture, the smell, the taste, the sound. It will run from English to picture, not English to translation. This is really powerful. Why? Because this is how children learn. A child does not learn the word dog by translating. A child sees a dog, hears the word dog, and the connection is made directly. Part 5. Your 1-week action plan. So, let me give you a simple plan you can use for 1 week. In the morning, create a short English island at breakfast. For 10 or 15 minutes, think in English only. Describe your food, your drink, your plans for the day in simple sentences.
During the day, use micro moments. Choose 5 everyday actions like opening a door, writing an email, or standing up, and describe them to yourself in a single English sentence each time you do them. I am opening the door. In the evening, create another English island. Watch a short video in English. Listen to 15 minutes of English music or 15 minutes of an English podcast. During that time, no other language, only English. Focus on the sounds and the rhythm. When you watch the video, copy the emotions, not just the words. Before bed, use self-talk. Tell yourself what you did today in English. It can be very simple. Today I went to work. I had lunch. I talked to a friend. Now I am tired. This plan is not long, it is not difficult, but if you do it every day, you will notice a change. Your brain will start to connect English with life, not with translation. Part 6. The magic of consistency. At first, your islands may be very small. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. That is okay. Small is good. Small is possible. With time, the islands can grow bigger. 10 minutes can become 20 minutes. 1 island can become 3 islands. Slowly, your day will have more and more English islands. And the more islands you build, the less you will translate. The more islands you build, the more natural English will feel. The magic is not in one big moment of study. The magic is in many small, daily moments. Every time you use English in a small way, you are training your brain. Every small practice builds a new road inside your mind. And one day, without even noticing, English will come to you naturally. At the beginning, you may think slowly. I am opening the fridge. It's very slow at the beginning, but after many times, the words come fast. I'm opening the fridge. No translation, no delay, just English. So remember this, you do not need to live in London or New York to think in English. You can build your own English world step by step, island by island inside your day. The more you connect English directly to actions, pictures, and feelings, the faster you will think in English. The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes.
Okay, thank you so much for listening and learning with me today. Translating is natural in the beginning, but it is not the end. You can move beyond it. You can build new roads in your brain. If you found these techniques helpful and are ready to start building your English islands, please show your support by hitting the like button. And for more videos with clear, powerful methods to help you improve your fluency, make sure to subscribe to the channel English Glow. Now, I have a question for you. Which technique will you try first? The English island, micro moments, or mental pictures? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Tom, and until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.